Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to Teach Crest International. I'm your host, Ruth Kerubo. And on today's topic, it's about teamwork. You've heard people putting on very many slogans regarding teamwork. Like, teamwork makes the dream work. Together, each achieves more. Together, each earns more. You understand? So, the reason as to why these slogans are there is because for real, teamwork is a 21st century skills that no one should miss, including students, parents, all stakeholders, even in the education sector, like literally everywhere. I can tell you for a fact, like I've gone for an SDA, so we used to go to Camporays and we could be put in groups, yeah. Like in the 2016 Camporee that was held in Tente, I was in the romance group, so we could compete with the other groups like the Corinthians. So it was fun, we could get to share our knowledge amongst ourselves as members. We could get to interact more. So sometimes we could, like, that girl has an attitude, but the more you interact with them, you realize that is not their personality. So yeah, you also get to gain communication skills because it was a competition. We had to select the best person to go and represent us in maybe doing a presentation of the findings that we have. So communication skills was another thing, even for people who do not like working in a team, which is also fine. They will start to be like, aha, so teamwork really works. Yeah, it does work. So teamwork is really important also at work. I remember this year I was the returning officer for Shujaa Mekatilili Secondary School. Yeah, so the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology in Kenya has some guidelines on how school elections should be held. So I was the returning officer, and I can tell you, it couldn't be a success without the teamwork that was there. I needed to coordinate which boxes were to be used. Also, being a member of the guidance and counseling department, I also needed to work with the HOD. We get to assign roles, who are going to count the votes, who are going to announce. So teamwork really made the work easier for us. Something that could have taken maybe a whole week actually took very few hours, because we started in the afternoon. By 6 we were done, and we had the chosen electorate leaders. Another way in which I've seen teamwork really come through for me is in terms of utilization of resources. Like, there's a time I used to fear math. So there's a unit in the education course known as education economics. So it's fourth year unit. We also have education statistics. So I used to fear, like, for education statistics, I started revising it as early as I was in first year. So what made me pass, even despite having a phobia for sums, though it has changed, yeah, is because my friends brought in people from their networks so they could coach us, and it was a relief. So when you're working in a team, you also get to utilize the networks from others, people you'll not have had access to. Yeah, also teamwork helped me when I was vying for the position of Congressperson School of Education. Actually, it's College of Education and Lifelong Learning in Kenyatta University. That was around 2019, yeah, before COVID-19 hit. Teamwork was really important, because I could not do everything, like go market myself, be the one putting maybe the posters, be spreading everything. Yeah, I need to be there to man, but people also tend to look like, are you just that person? When you tell them maybe you're going to lobby for something, are you showing that teamwork to begin with, or you're this person who is like, you can't even delegate, you understand? So teamwork was really important. I want to give thanks to people like Peter, Fazul. You guys came through for me. Yeah, though some backed out even when they were paid, but do we complain? Yeah, at least the work was achieved. We lost, but we also gained. Yeah. Another way for me that I've seen teamwork work is when I was a leader, an assistant logistics manager for uh bridge, how is it called, the Bridge Networking Association. We used to have a lot of activities and they needed finances, so it was very vital to have um people come in to do marketing so that we can have new registrations. We could have people subscribing, simply soliciting for funds. We want to go maybe to an orphanage, like whoever went to, what was it, motherly home in Ruiro. So all these events, we went to Ngong Hills. They needed money, so through teamwork we used to lobby everyone to do this, some to cook, some to do ABCD. Like on Thursdays when we used to have meetings, some could be cooking tea, actually coffee, others to serve, others to do the emceeing, others to ensure the room is decorated, others to ensure the key has been got on time so that people don't miss. Yeah, so teamwork is really important, okay? So before I continue, you could be asking, why am I wrapping all these things? It's because teamwork is a very important skill. A very important skill. And just to define what teamwork is, we realize that teamwork comes from two words, the team and work. Team is a group of people with different abilities, different ages, different personalities coming together for a common cause. And work, obviously you know what work is. It's labor, so task force. So when we're talking about teamwork, it's basically people coming together and doing work together. Yeah, they're teaming up to achieve a certain goal. Yeah. Why is it important? As I've already said, is because you're able to ease the pressure. I also wrote other things apart from the networking that I've said. Utilization of resources, like for discussion groups. I always advocate for discussion groups. Actually, I couldn't have gone to a national school if it was not for group work. It's when you're in a group, someone could point out, have you heard about this? Do you know how to solve this? So it was easier than even going to consult from teachers. Learning from your peers is the easiest thing that ever happened. Yeah. It helps to build stronger customer relationship. Yeah, this also helped me when I was working for Smile Weekend International. Yeah, so we could coordinate with the rest of the members. So maybe I don't have a language maybe to explain to another person, you refer them to me, another person, they help to work on it. Another thing, it makes work fun. When you're working in a team, maybe you're even going for these corporate meetings, you get to have fun here and there instead of just being alone, you solo. So it makes work fun because people can even make jokes along the way, so it helps to reduce the burnout. Another thing, you get the necessary support, both financially, moral support, time, everything. It also ensures increased motivation and engagement. Sometimes you feel like you want to sleep. Actually, when we were in high school, they used to use these guided discussion groups, so we could remain motivated, because you put people of different abilities. You can't say these are only choppies, these are the cream de la cream. You put people of different um categories, so that they get to be motivated. Yeah. Another thing, it ensures effective problem solving. Why? Because everyone is coming up with their own ideas, then you're consolidating to come and have an amicable solution to problems. Like there's a time we were doing a unit on remote sensing. Hey, the graph was hard. But when we came together, there was even some work that involved, so you do a combined, was it bar graphs? Yeah, and it was not handwritten, no, combined line and bar graph. So we didn't even know the tool to use, but thanks for working in a group, someone went and outsourced that labor and the work was done and we excelled. Yeah, so teamwork ensures effective problem solving. Another thing, it ensures innovation and creativity. I can tell you for a fact, I've ever participated in Health Prize, HULTZ, then prize. So this is basically a competition that aims at having things on social enterprises. Yeah. So when you're working in a team, you could come up with innovations, because you need things like dummies, you need illustrations, you need charts. You can do all this as a person because it's even timed. So it's good to work as a team, always for you to win. That is one thing about teamwork. So innovation and creativity, because people are having diverse ideas, then they put them together. Another thing, it ensures synergy and collaboration. So there's collective intelligence, and this means that you get to make a formidable um, team. Actually, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I was in the 1st of December 2024. I was in a cousins meeting, and they were read, I think it was Matthew 17:24, that a kingdom that is divided against itself cannot stand. So I learned that when we're working as a team and we have collective intelligence, it is hard to attack such a thing. So teamwork helps to ensure there is synergy. Another thing, you gain complementary skills like communication, like I already said. Even experience, you get to have uh, different perspectives, yeah, because people are sharing their ideas and value. Another thing, it helps to access networks, yeah, new or even to strengthen networks. It's also an opportunity to lead, yeah, to develop leadership skills. So such because like a leader, you need to be emotionally intelligent, socially intelligent, as you try to make people understand the dream and even work towards it. So yeah, you also get to gain problem solving skills, like how do I identify there is a problem that's coming in, maybe we are 10 of us, some are skipping even the meeting, so what do we do? So it helps you to come up with something. Another thing, it helps to gain interpersonal skills. You understand even when you go to work, because if you're not able to work with others, you're going to be a burden. Yeah, yo. So wanna see the characteristics of a high performing team. One, it recognizes individual strengths and weaknesses. So for example, I'm good in record keeping, then I should be given things to do with secretarial work. If I'm good in leading, I can be the GL, the group leader. Maybe others are good in research, they can be given tasks to do with research. Someone has maybe a laptop, we can task that person to do the typing and printing of the work. So that is one thing. Another thing, it has clear goals which needs to be achieved, because if you don't have a common goal, what is even bringing you together, really, honestly? Yeah. Another thing, they adhere to effective communication. Just don't communicate for its own sake. They are good listeners, they respect others' opinions, blah blah blah. Yeah, and you work together as a team. So there are people, they have the dream but they don't know how to communicate it, or they just use few individuals, and it becomes hard because people feel like they're left out. You're just dictatorial, you're not involved in them. But once you make the people to own the dream, and they're being involved actively, they're being motivated, bas, they will deliver. Yeah. Another thing, they uphold unity, like I've already said. United we stand, divided we fall. Moja ni nguvu, utengano ni udhaifu. Another thing, they encourage support. Yeah, when you're in a team, you get to support one another, in all manner. They also get to resolve conflicts. We're going to learn about conflict resolution later on, things like mediation, arbitration, etc. They also are open to feedback. You're just not rigid. The team members are open to feedback, including the leaders. Another thing, they have excellent adherence to the deadlines that are there. That is characteristics of a achieving team. I also wanted to say this: how do you ensure that the dream works through teamwork, just not through rocket science? Something must happen. One, you must have a clear vision. So clarity of the mission statement, and this helps you to master even in the influence. Another thing, you promote collaboration and communication, so there is room for sharing of ideas, feedback, so that people feel part of the team. You can also do team building activities, cross-functional projects, even getting to brainstorm together, so that makes people feel like they're part of a team. Another thing is about modeling. You as a leader, you need to model the behavior that you want your team members to possess. If you're a person who wants promptness, you must be able to keep time. Failure to that, they don't respect. There is also need to supervise. Obviously, you should not be a micromanager, but you just supervise, even smile. If you've read the book about making friends and influencing people, you understand that even you need to call them by name so that they feel part of the team. But when you're like wewe, nyenye, nimesema, just even say hello, Madam Karubo, you massage their ego and they will deliver. So you get to encourage people, even ask them some of the questions. How are you doing? How is your family? They feel honored. And they will also reciprocate by honoring the dream that they need to work on. It's about conflict resolutions. Obviously, where more than one person are, there must be conflict. Actually, even as an individual, kunakuwa na migogoro ya kibinafsi. So conflicts should be there, and you should be able to know how to conquer them as a team, so that you don't offend others, but at the same time you are true. Another thing is about a work culture. Provide a non-toxic work culture, a culture where people are able to feel free to work together. They don't feel like maybe you're using another person to spy on them. You don't recognize their efforts. No. So that leads me to another point: appreciation. Get to appreciate people. So this is not to promote competition, rather. So you can even decide to have a group token. Like, I remember in high school we could have the team appreciation for the cookhouse, best in cleaning, maybe swimmers, nini. So we could have all this money collected together. We hold a bash and we could congratulate ourselves, you see. So that's another thing about making the dream work. Another thing is about providing development and opportunities. You need to maybe chip in when someone is missing and they've given an apology. Give development opportunities like scholarships. Maybe someone wants to go and vie for a certain seat, give them that, give them leaves. Yeah, the best um, development is even money. The incentive usually is monetary, maybe in form of education, workshops. You sponsor them because in any case, you're developing a team. Yeah. They realize you are invested in their development, they'll also remain invested in your dream. Simple. It's about planning. Teamwork makes the dream work through proper planning. Proper planning. And this should be strategic. You just don't plan and just leave the plans to gather dust. You must work with them to the latter. So until next time, I've been your host, Ruth Kerubo. Yeah. Continue subscribing and sharing if you have reached at this point. So we have learned today about teamwork, what a team is. We have learned characteristics of a good team. Strategies to make the dream work through teamwork, and we have also learned that through teamwork we get to learn, we get to prosper, we get to move together. Until next time, I've been your host Ruth Kerubo. Bye. Mwah.